Alright guys, Bargy Tinkering right at you, here with another video. This one's going to be a good one. So I was resizing some of my 300 PRC brass, and I have both the standard set of RCBS, but also the MatchMaster set. So I was thinking, hey, why don't I do a quick video, kind of go over some of the differences, what I like about each set, what's good, bad, kind of going over that. So that's what we're going to go over today. So here it is. Enjoy the video. So here in my hand right now, I just have a standard reloading die from RCBS. This, it's just going to do the job for you. You're going to resize your brass, get it to a safe spec. It's going to work. You can get some really good ammunition out of just using this set. Really good. It's going to do the job. Just going to work. One thing that I will say, just across the board on RCBS dies, that is a bit of a bugger. Whenever you get like a kit, like a press or anything like that, you get a set of Allen keys. And with that, they're for standard. So you're like 1/8, 1/64, probably not that small, but normal fractions that we're going to deal with hex keys. Well, this little brass retainer, if you guys can see that, let's get a good picture of that. That guy right there, yeah, that's metric. That is my one gripe about just the RCBS dies in general, is that being metric. It does work quite well, but if you need to tighten your die down so that way, hey, you just have a repeatable, hey, I'm going to twist this on, and it is just going to go back to the same spot every single time. You have to use a metric to tighten it down, or else you will be like me and you will strip those out like crazy. Just so you know. Now, moving on to just the MatchMaster resizing die and what's different with it. Well, a couple of things. You have your same decapper with ball expander. Now, I'll show you on this guy as I just kind of take this die apart. On this expander ball, they advertise, let's get a good, there we are. They advertise putting a coating on that to make it easy when pushing in and pulling out on the hole for your brass. And I will say there is a difference, and I have noticed it. Now, the other thing that they have for these dies, if you don't like using the expander ball, they just have a decapping manual right here. So all it is, it's going to fit inside the neck of your case, and it's just going to be worried about getting the primers out. There's not going to be any sizing done with it or anything. I haven't used this yet. I am kind of curious. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know if you have used just decapping pins. What are some pros and cons? I'm still learning, just like most of you guys. The other thing that you get control over is your neck sizing. So this little guy right here is for your own neck sizing, and hey, whatever you want it to be. Now, I'm using ADG brass, and I'm running about 2,000ths neck tension now. For you guys that don't know what neck tension is, what you're going to do is you're going to take a loaded case. Now, this is just a dummy cartridge. There's no primer, no powder. This is just a reference, just dummy case for me. What you're going to do, and you'll want to do it with the brass you're using. So if it's Lapua, Hornady, ADG, Federal, whoever it is, whatever brand of brass, Winchester even, it doesn't matter. But you'll take the loaded bullet, and you may just need to throw one in there, and you're going to grab a measurement with your calipers for the diameter of your brass. Now, after that, what you're going to do, depending on the amount of neck tension you want to run, is you want to order or go to your local shop. You'll probably want to get a couple of sizes. I recommend kind of starting about 3,000 smaller than what this measured. After spring back and everything, that should give you close to around 2,000ths of neck tension. Shouldn't be too bad, but if you want to run 3, 4, 5, be my guest. That's up to you. Whatever shoots well in your rifle, fine by me. But for me, if any of you guys are using ADG brass, I'm running a 333 thou for my neck sizing ring. So if that helps anyone out there, go ahead. I did order a 3341 because I was testing, wanted to see how springback worked and everything. So just kind of depends, and I can run them for different brass like Lapua. I have Lapua, Hornady. Hornady I mainly use the standard die set for though, but that is kind of just your rough basics. You'll put it in. Obviously, I've taken the die apart. You'll put it in right here, thread her back in. Usually I'll bottom it out, and it gives me a good firm grip. Now it's bottomed out, and you see that gap? That's what this lock ring is for right there. I'll just go hand tight. They're the, like, if you want, go ahead, tighten her down with a wrench, but we're going to go ahead and resize some brass. So I'll snug that down. Now, the lubrication I'm using is Hornady's One Shot. Something I really do like. It goes on easy, and then it wipes off really easy. And then if you're like me and you put, say, like Sharpie marks to mark up your brass and all, it actually rubs away pretty easily. I'll go ahead and resize this guy. Now, pro tip for you guys, put a garbage can under your reloading press, and then you can just have your primers drop right in the garbage where you're going to put them anyways. So if we're going right there, I'm resized. I keep some rags right on my reloading bench, and I can just wipe them down. I won't do all of them right now, but you can see it wipes off pretty easily, and then it comes out pretty darn clean. No Sharpie marks. If I'm doing load development, it's ready for the next load. But I will go ahead and finish these guys up, and we're going to kind of talk about, are these dies worth it? Because truth be told, standard set of dies compared to this MatchMaster series, it's about double the price. So just in these 300 PRC dies, about time of recording, you're about 80 bucks for that die set. And for the MatchMaster series, you're about 160. You can find them on sale for a little bit less every so often. I was able to run into a good sale on Midway and was able to score a good deal there. So wipe these guys off, and then we'll get talking about the cedar dies. Give me last one. Cool. We are golden there. Alrighty, I'm going to swap these out. I don't have anything to reload right now. I'm just getting these cases prepped. So, same thing. They all spin in, spin out. Just your regular standard thread for your presses. Put that away. We won't be mixing those guys up. Now, here's probably your big kicker that everyone's kind of seen a little bit about these MatchMaster dice. It's this guy and this window that you have right there for putting bullets into. I'll be honest, that is probably one of the coolest features about this. So what you can do is you can take a bullet. I'm just going to kind of show you guys really quick. Got a 30 cal. This is a Sierra Match King X 200 grainer. Here, let's see. So, I am fiddling around. Let me get this right here. Okay, cool. So, biggest thing is you can drop your bullet in right there, seated right there, and then as you put the press up, your case is going to push on the bottom right here. It'll push all the way up until there's that little cedar stem right there. So it's going to hit that. It's going to press all the way through. Now I'm just doing this just to make sure it gets all the way. It'll press, come down, and obviously, yeah, I have the bullet in my hand, but you get the picture. It's going to size and seat right into your case. Now, some big differences with this die compared to this die is repeatability and consistency. Now, some of you guys may be like, I can get consistent ammunition, consistent seating depth with standard die. I'll say yes. Yes, you can. The one thing where it comes to kind of bite you in the butt is if you switch bullets a good bit. If you like running a certain seating depth with one bullet and then a certain seating depth with another, this can be a bit of a bugger to resize to, or to get that height back. Can you do it? Yes. Is it hard? Yeah. I will say it is way more difficult than this MatchMaster die. I'll kind of show you why and just kind of my thoughts behind that. So if I loosen this guy now, I'm not really using this die for much right now, so I'm not too terribly worried. But if you loosen this, get a good bit, and I'll try to get this close to the mic. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Here, I'll take this nut off. So the nut's off. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's some slop. Now that's just to make sure that the screw fits for your seating. Anything wrong with that? No, there's nothing wrong with that. Perfectly fine. Like, everything has a little bit. But I will say that there is significantly more in this guy compared to the MatchMaster. Now, what does that mean to you guys? It just means going back and fighting that seating depth, there's going to be a little bit of slop. Now, this is more your budget-friendly, standard size or seating die. It's going to get the job done for you. Whereas, say with this MatchMaster set, even if I take this guy all the way off, which I promise I'm doing this for a good purpose, if I take this guy all the way off, and I can even take this guy out now, there's a little bit of this, there is some good backlash and some good pressure put on this to where when you're going into your seating depth, there is, like right there, I just felt it, there's some pressure. See how it doesn't like spin like when I was undoing it earlier? That's because there's a little bit of pressure to kind of keep it up. It's going to be very, very repeatable. So I can switch my seating depth, and then I'm right back at the same seating depth all the time. You do have marks, and per rotation on your MatchMaster seating die, it's 50,000. So it's 20 pitch. On this guy, it's a 28 pitch. So even though this is finer, you don't have any marks or anything or ticks to kind of give you a reference. So this is finer. You can, I guess, technically cut it down a little bit more precisely, but you just deal with the slop. You're not dealing with a whole lot of, I would say, confidence inspiring, or as much confidence inspiring seating, because you can still make really good consistent ammunition with that guy. Now with this cedar stem, let me get that in there, you have this. It has a little E-clip. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. But what you can do, and looking back at this, let's get a good picture. Yep, you see those 3 slots? So you can adjust the seating height. Now, I'll pull this guy back out. You have this spacer, and it rests on top. Now, if you're running, say, like those 245, 250s, you're going to want to put this on the bottom slot. That just makes sure, hey, you can feed that bullet into that window. Now, for some of the smaller bolts, say you want to run a 180, 150, 125 even, because, you know, it's funsies, maybe even 110, because, you know, coyotes. Just saying. Just because you have fast twist barrel doesn't mean you can't shoot the light bullets. But you can adjust the height. Makes it really easy. You pop that E-clip, don't lose it. E-clips are just one of those things, like if you're too rough with them, you can lose them pretty easily. And then go back, and then you just spin this guy back on and spin it to your height setting right there. And for my 215 burgers, that will give me a cartridge overall length of 3.7 inches on the money. So that's kind of nice about it. Obviously, it is double the price. It's one of those things that, hey, you as a consumer, you have to make the judgment call on, is this worth it for you? I wanted to try these guys out, and at least in my opinion, I think they are worth it. I think the MatchMaster series of dies is worth it if you're in pursuit of getting every last ounce of accuracy and consistency out of your loads. I think they're very much worth it. With the other cartridges I have, I got 708 and 06. I can easily get a MatchMaster die set. My 6.8 Western, you can at least get the cedar die from RCBS. Hopefully they'll come up with a resizing die here soon, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this video. Like, subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks.